What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 7 of my NHL 22 Ottawa Senators Franchise Mode Series. Before we get to this one, guys, I want to quickly give you like a PSA here. If you haven't heard yet, there's currently a bug in Franchise Mode. If you go to sign a Russian prospect, it'll make your game crash. So basically this episode, I won't be signing any Russian prospects. I heard too, if you even like look at a Russian prospect at the draft, it'll make your game crash. And there's other things that can make your game crash too. So hopefully I'm able to avoid it all here and get you guys an episode, even if, you know, can't use any Russian prospects. Now, I was actually looking for some players to trade for here, guys, at the start. And the first thing I'm going to do, for sure, I don't know what Steve Yzerman's doing here, guys. Look at the defense on Detroit. It's stacked. And having said that, we start by overall here. You'll see William Wallinder, 25 years old, 84 overall, has almost no value. Lowly potential. He's actually gone up in potential. He's on a great contract there, just under $1 million for 2 years. Somehow McIsaac, Hronik making more money. Same with Lindstrom there. Same rating, older players, and they have a lot more value. I guess Hronik doesn't, but the other two 84s do. So I honestly think we can get Wallinder here for almost nothing. I'm going to offer them a 4th round pick next year. It has more value. We'll see what the Red Wings say. Wow, yeah, I don't know what Yzerman's doing, but if we didn't make this trade, another team would have. And now the next thing I want to do, guys, is a bit of a snake move. I want to get Simon Nemec here out of free agency with an offer sheet. 23 years old, 91 overall. He's so good. Now, he's asking for 13.5. We've only got 3.5, but for a 1-year deal, it's only 5.3. 2 years there, 7.6. I already went and checked. The St. Louis Blues have $6 million in cap space, so basically anything over $6 million, we should be able to get him. Now, we have to go clear cap space. We also have to get picks for the offer sheet. I saw someone comment, if we add one more 90 overall defenseman to this team, pretty much a lock for the cup, and I kind of would agree. Like, imagine Nemec with Shabbat, Drysdale, Sanderson in the top 4, especially now with Bernard Docker, Wallinder on the bottom pair, both 84s. Like, that would be absolutely stacked. Saros and net, and then of course we have a ton of good forwards. Like, we got to be the Stanley Cup favorites after that. Also, too, guys, speaking of the comments, I know a lot of you were wondering how Alex Noljevic did after I didn't sign him to that value deal. You can see he's now making almost 6, though, for the next 4 years. Must have just been a 1-year deal he signed. So I think that was last season, .913 and 2.76. And the record really wasn't that great. So solid numbers there. Even last season, .909, 2.91. Pretty good numbers again. But you can see the reason he was so cheap was he didn't have great numbers at all last season in Detroit, .89 to 3.54. Honestly, though, I think it's for the best, as I'm pretty happy with Saros. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to go through, guys, but right now I'm trying to trade Bernard Docker and Chris Kreider to the Ducks for a 1st and 2nd round pick. Obviously, we need our 1st round pick back for the offer sheet. Bernard Docker, we can definitely let go after we got Wallinder. I like him, but the $2.4 million we need to sign Nemec. Same with Chris Kreider. He's 4th line, making 2.2. We have, what, like 4 guys, 81 overall, can replace him on the 4th line for a lot cheaper. He has the X factors, but I don't think he's actually playing any special teams or anything. And kind of like Marc-Andre Fleury, aging veteran with a bunch of X factors actually has tons of value. Potential to AHL as well scares me a bit. So I'm going to offer this, but honestly, I just care about getting our 1st round pick. Trades rejected. I thought that might happen. If we can get a 1st and a 3rd, we could then flip the 3rd for our actual 3rd. I think the Edmonton Oilers have it. So we'll try this now. Trades rejected still. I would just take our 1st round pick back if they're willing. And they are. Okay, so there we go. Cleared cap, got our 1st. 3rd round pick should be pretty easy to get, and then all I have to do is go make a big offer on Nemec. So like I said, I think the Edmonton Oilers here have our 3rd. And so next year, guys, the offer to make the Oilers our 3rd round pick next year for our 3rd this year. Rask is on the block, and I actually have him there for the roster spot. Justin Barron, 25-78, medium top 4. Probably going to be a bust. We actually have a lot of better prospects. I wouldn't mind giving that ice time too. So we'll see what the Oilers say here. Trades accepted. Okay, so we got our picks back. Let's go make an offer on Nemec. Hopefully one that the St. Louis Blues can't match. And so after making all those moves, guys, we can finally make an offer on Nemec. Hopefully St. Louis can't match this. Like I said, they had $6 million in cap space. Our max offer there is 7.3. He might take that for 2 years. 1 year, I think he definitely says yes. I guess we'd honestly just probably do the 1 year, do our max offer, make sure we get him on the team. We'll then worry about, you know, what the salary cap implications are for next season. As we do 2 years, maybe he says no, and, you know, in the time he says no, St. Louis ends up, you know, he ends up taking $6 million for 1 year with them or something. So we'll see here what he's going to say so far. 1-0 in the preseason, now 2-0. Kachuk's got 5-2. Nemec there does accept the offer. Hopefully I'm saying his name right as well. I know it's like Slovakian, so probably a bit more, you know, European sounding. Kachuk's got 7-3. We're looking good in the preseason. Hopefully they don't match. They have 1 week to decide. And they're not willing to match. So we get them there for a 1st and a 3rd round pick. Let's go. So after adding Wallinder and Nemec to the team, guys, I'll give you an updated look at the lines. Honestly, this is one of the most stacked teams I've ever had. So +5 still in the top 6 forwards. We got Tkachuk, Cooley, Liney on the 1st line. Batherson, Fantilli, and Stützle on the second. Stützle does have one higher faceoff than Fantilli, but Fantilli is way more physical, so I think he'll be better as a center. Plus, he's slower. Third line there, you got Crosby, Norris, Raquel. Fourth line still solid, Schwartz, Pinto, and Ridley Gregg finally getting called up to the NHL team. Defensively here is just ridiculous. So we got Chabot and Nemec, +3 on the top pair, so they're playing like a 95-94. Drysdale, Sanderson second, also get a +3, so I think our entire top four is like 92 plus with the chemistry boost. That's crazy. Then we have Wallinder, Pickering, bottom pair. Now, if we had Merkley in place of Wallinder, Merkley would be like an 83, and then Pickering would be like an 85, but Wallinder's pretty good. He's on such a good value contract and still grow. I'm going to give him a chance. If it's not working, I've got Merkley in the AHL still. Goaltending-wise, of course, Cerro starting, DiPietro backing him up. And then even special teams, the chemistry here is ridiculous. +5 on both power play units. We better like lead the league in power play points. 4-man power play is a +3 and a +5. The PK is 2 +5s. Wasn't expecting that. When you got 4 number 1 defensemen, I guess it makes sense. Even the 3-man there, we got a +2 and a 0. 3-man should never be out for that long, so I feel like Cooley, Chabot, and Nemec can probably, hold it down for like the minute or whatever they have to be out there. In terms of AHL team, still looks good, no chemistry boost, but Licht here, how you pronounce his name, maybe he's a made-up guy, whatever. 1871 with Schneip, really good shot, getting first-line minutes with Lucius and Weisblatt. That'll be good. Hamill there, tape to tape with Casper and Hamnick. Hamnick's got the crazy shot. I think that's a nasty second line. Even the bottom 6 there looks solid. Defensively, we got a couple 80s in Allen and Merkley. Byers there, 20-79, some X factors, getting first line minutes. Brophy, of course, immediately potential. He's got to start growing though, otherwise going to have to trade him because looking like he might be a bust. Although, like, in fairness to him, I think when we drafted him, he was like in the 40s, so it's going to take him a while to grow. Even Naslund and Terry there, bottom pair, both 78s. And I think we still have a couple 74s scratched. As you can see, Schmidt, 20-74 low elite, Schneider, 20-74 medium top 4. Like, tons of depth there, AHL defense. And then, of course, goaltending-wise, Alexeev, 82 medium elite. Patola there backing him up, high starter. Like, tons of depth on this team in every spot. Obviously, don't have as many picks this year, but still actually, like, a decent amount. So, really excited to see how this season goes. Hopefully, it doesn't crash too much. My plan is to like kind of basically constantly save, and then when I do figure out whatever it is crashing, do my best to avoid that. So I'll show you guys here the ratings to start this season. We should have, I think, the highest ratings we've ever had. Wow, look at that. 97 offense, 100 defense. I'm not sure if I've ever had 100 defense before, and 89 goaltending. So this team is very, very good, top to bottom. Let's see how they play. So down in December here, guys, we have a record of 23-11-2, which is solid, but honestly, I thought we'd be doing even better seeing how stacked our team is. We actually lost 4 straight there. Washington, Montreal, Winnipeg Ducks. AHL team real quick, 25-7-3. They're crushing it. First in the division. I think it showed we were tied with Canadians. Laine, though, having a very good season, 46-36. So hopefully team keeps playing well. Obviously, we're looking for another President's Trophy, but more so than that, a Stanley Cup. We'll see what happens. So at the trade deadline here with a record of 42-16-3. We're crushing it. But the Canadians are just as good. They're 1 point behind us with a game in hand. We are the top 2 teams in the league by far. The next closest teams are in the 70s. We'll have to take a look at that Canadians roster. AHL here, 44-14-4. I love the Force there, and they got 92 points. Leading their division, probably the AHL as well. Yeah, they are leading the AHL. Chaz Lucius going off, 81-62. Laine there's got 71-61. So we'll get to the deadline next year, guys. Quickly, though, I do want to take a look at the Montreal Canadiens roster. So they got Caulfield, Suzuki, and Michkov on the first line. That's nasty. Gallagher, Dvorak, Chubarov. Interesting 79 there. Jordan Dumais up to an 85. Wow. McLeod, Barbashev, 88. Karenin, Paline, Holloway. Defensively, Chikrin, Norlinder, Thompson, 79 second pair. How is he on this good team? He was on Tampa last year. Romanov, Goulet, Sunkfist. A couple 70s in their defense. Thompson's a 79. Our top 4 is all 90 plus, and they're just as good as us. And they've got Caden Primo net, who's only an 85. What the heck? Michkov must be carrying. So, one other thing here, guys, with the deadline, because our team's so good, because we made, a couple moves at the start of the season, I'm not sure if I'm going to make any trades, at least for the NHL team. Obviously, always looking to, trade prospects who I think are going to be bust for picks, before they literally do bust. Turcotte there, best player, 92. Nazar, unsigned, 90 with the Coyotes. Ekblad there, still an 89 at 32. Matty Beniers, Devin Tays, Joel Farabee, Darnell Nurse, Forsberg, Provorov, Spencer Knight. If we needed a goalie, his value there actually isn't too high, so that would have been a good player to trade for. But like I said, guys, I think I'm happy with the NHL team. I don't really see it, improving it much. I'm more looking to trade away, bad prospects or whatever. Hamill, though, has medium top 6. And they want to give us a 3rd and a 4th in Stetcher. That's not good enough. So like I was saying, guys, we're here trying to trade some of our not-so-good prospects to the Lightning for a couple 3rds. You got a little elite there. He's the best one. 21.59 though. I'm thinking that might not turn out. And then I think a couple low top 9 forwards, couple low top 6 defensemen. A couple of guys signed, the rest aren't. Again, we have a lot of depth. If we can just, flip these guys for picks, hopefully it'll be better prospects. It's a good move. And the Lightning reject that. I mean, I'm willing to just kind of take anything. What about a 5th this year, 3rd next year? They say yes. Okay, so there we go. Obviously, you don't have a ton of picks, but still not bad. 2 seconds, 4th, 2 5ths, and a 6th. And I think next year we have all of our picks, but a 4th and a 5th. And again, considering how good we are and how many good young players we have in the AHL, definitely a good spot to be in right now. And look at this, guys. The Blue Jackets want to give us a 3rd, a 4th, and Ekman Larsson for Patola, their high starter goalie. Okay, Ekman Larsson's bad now. Definitely not giving up a high starter for him. And next year, guys, are trying to trade Rosehill, medium starter goalie, to actually get our 3rd round pick back from the Blues. Just kind of happened that way. It looks like it has more value, so yeah, trade's rejected. Now, I think Vancouver likes him. I think Winnipeg I saw liked him. Should be able to get a 3rd round pick here that doesn't have a ton of value. Like, try the Avalanche 3rd round pick, although it actually looks to have a bit more. So I'll throw in a 5th, basically paying a medium starter to move up 2 rounds, but we have so many good goalie prospects, it's fine. And they say yes. Okay, so that one might seem not a great trade, but honestly, if you look at our goalie situation here, I mean, all these guys are still young. Saros is the oldest, 32, but he's a starter. We have Alexei, Patola, we have another medium elite in Foot coming up. Like, the medium starter there was just literally never going to play. And with that 3rd round pick, we're actually looking pretty good for this year's draft. And now one thing I just realized, guys, we got to win the Cup this year as Tkachuk, Shabbat, Nemec, and Drysdale all need new contracts. I was looking at some other guys too. Saros should be having like a career year with all those good defensemen in front of him. Got less than a 900 save percentage. Like, and it's not just him, DiPietro, they're also below 900. I don't understand how that works. The trade deadline's now over, guys. We got a big trade here between Toronto and Boston. Boston gets Jacob Markstrom. I don't know about that one for the Leafs fans. Last time they traded an elite goalie to Boston, did not work out well for them. You got Tristan Jarry there to the Colorado Avalanche with Max Jones. Let's see, Marcus Pearson to the Kings. You got our trade there, which was like nothing essentially. Jared Anderson Dolan there to the Boston Bruins. Nick Merkley to the Kings. Jesper Boquist to the Vegas Golden Knights. Kapari to the Bruins. Cal Foote to the Panthers. Verhage to the Sharks. Let's see, Blitzfield there to the Penguins. Alexander Carey to the Kings. Branch to the Kings. The Predators trade him there. Interesting. So really no blockbuster here at all. I feel like it's usually down to us to make a blockbuster. We didn't. Fairbury, 2.8 million, 81 overall. Is a solid defensive defenseman, but can't afford him. Otherwise, I'd actually probably take him for free here. And so after the trade deadline, guys, no change to the NHL team, as obviously we didn't touch it. I think that might be the first deadline ever where that's the case. Again, I think this team's about as good as it can be. First in the NHL right now. I'm happy with it. Hopefully they can keep it up over the next couple months. And rather than a season here, guys, a record of 55, 23, and 4. 114 points there. First in the division. Actually finished 3 ahead of the Canadians, but it was a close race there till the end. And that is good for the President's Trophy. AHL team, 59. 1 short of 60. Oh my, 122 points. They're also winning the league. So both teams went off this year as we kind of predicted. Line had a great season, 94 points there with 45 goals. Surprised no one had 100 points, but maybe it's because, we had a lot of good lines there rolling. No one really had to carry the team. Chaz Lucius had 103 in AHL, so yeah, he deserves a spot in the NHL team next year no matter what. But I think, he'll definitely get that chance because probably going to lose a guy like Raquel. 1 year left, making a bit too much money. Maybe even Crosby will retire. Cooley there, 89 points. Love seeing that, especially because such a good two-way player. 98 D awareness. You can see he's got the 5-star defense there, and he's still putting up points, which I see he's also got 98 offense awareness, so just a very smart player. Brady Tkachuk, almost a point per game. Again, Crosby 70 at 40 years old is impressive. Batherson 69, nice. Shabbat 66. Stützle there 62. Would hope for a bit more than that. I mean, he's playing a decent amount. He's on first power play. Fantilli 58. Also hoping for a bit better. Luckily, got him on a really cheap deal, so if he keeps growing, we're laughing. Nemec there, Drysdale, both 50 plus as defensemen. Pinto 35, same as Norris, and he's a 4th line center. Norris was getting a bit more ice time, playing 3rd line plus PK, so pretty happy to see that from Pinto, honestly. Ridley Gregg there, first in the NHL, 33 as a 4th liner, only playing 8.5 a night. Like, that's actually really impressive. Wallinder 14 with plus 24. I mean, yeah, we can't really ask for much more than that from him. Let's see, goaltending stats here. So yeah, Saros did finish under 900, just barely, but still 3.0 goals against, so very close to under 3 goals against. But like 3 goals against is quite a bit. I know in franchise the numbers aren't as good as real life, but it really should be in the 2s. AHL here, Alexei also under 900 with a crazy record. Like, I don't know what our goalies were doing this year. I was expecting a lot better. So Chaz Lucius, 103 points. Dude just went off. Probably led the AHL in points. Nickname 85 is nice. Weisblatt 75. Casper 74. I noticed he's got insane hands. Really solid shot. Good skater. I wouldn't mind calling him up next year as well. So, you know, him and Lucius, maybe even Weisblatt, have a chance to play in the NHL. Lich here first season. 72 overall now. He had 70 points. That might be good for Rookie of the Year in the AHL. Allen Merkley, 65 respectively. That's nice to see. Hamel here at 59 points is also pretty solid. I will say I was kind of surprised to see Hamnick. Only 39 points there. 24 goals. Guy's got a great shot. Was playing second line. Not really sure how that one happened. So, entire AHL here. And wow, J.R. Avon, 117. Max Pacioretty was in the AHL for the San Jose Barracuda. Had 68 goals. That's just not fair. Look at his shot there. Just terrorizing the AHL players. Lucius, though, did finish third in scoring. Let's see. Rookie AHL skaters. Wow. I thought Litz there might have had a chance, but he actually was fifth. It's kind of crazy to think about. So, got robbed a couple awards there. NHL-wise, Nick Ehlers, 127. First in the league. Now 91 overall. Perfetti, 92 overall at 125. The Winnipeg Jets just popping off. Connor there. That was probably their first line. McKinnon, Matthews, both on new teams. Shane right there on the Kraken. I'll take a look at goals. Matthews, 73, does lead the league. Next year, taking a look at defense. Wow, so McCart only had 70 points. Thomas Chabot, 66, is only 4 points back. And he had a plus 42. I think maybe him or even Chikrin there, 65 plus 45, could have a chance with the Norris just because not too many points back in McCart. And again, it seems like they really value the plus minus when giving out the awards. Goaltender stats here. Saros did tie Gibson and Caden Primo for the most wins. Goals against here for a starter would be Merzlikins, .914. He'll probably have goals against as well. It is Merzlikins, yeah, with the 2.78. And then in terms of rookie NHL skaters, it is Cambeats, a made-up guy with 53. I'm not really sure if there's any real guys that are kind of still hanging around. I guess Hendrik Lapierre just broke in the NHL at 26 years old. That kind of sucks for him. I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure he's like a 75. Ridley Gregg actually was almost first page of scoring there for rookies. So not too bad. Take a look at the standings here, guys, next, just to kind of see, you know, where everyone finished, our goals for, goals against. So, win the Presidents. You got 7 teams there with 100 plus, and looks like there's going to be a team squeaking in. Buffalo at 19 makes the playoffs. Last place in the entire NHL. LA Kings there with 68 points. Now, goals for, we are second behind the Blackhawks at 355, and then goals against here, we're second behind the Blue Jackets. They had 1 more goal. So, unfortunately, we were 1 goal away from the William Jennings Trophy. And I mentioned our power play, it should be the best in the league. And, okay, it's actually 5th. Carolina there, really nice power play. Washington and Tampa Bay, tons of power play goals, and yet didn't even make the playoffs. So, not as good as I expected, but again, can't be too upset when you win the President's Trophy. So, we'll see who we're matched up with you guys in the first round. Hopefully, not too tough a matchup. We got the Buffalo Sabres, who were actually, I just said, you know, squeaking into the playoffs out at that 18th spot. So, look at their lines here. You got Quinn Musty, kind of cool. Dylan Cousins and Sherov on the first line. Jack Quinn up to an 88. Kuznetsov and Cantor. Beauvillier, Krebs, Olofsson, Savoy, Bonvie, and Peterka. Peterka actually got up to a decent rating, 82. Same with Jack Quinn, 88. I know a lot of times he doesn't grow. Let's see, Savoy here, though, 24, 83 overall with medium league potential. So they must have been not playing enough or something. I don't know what's going on there. Defensively here, Dowling and Power, solid top pair. Surprised Power hasn't grown more, considering medium elite, good X factors, all that stuff. Fleury, Graves, Korchinski, and Olesen, okay. Lehkonen there, 88 overall starters. They do a very good goalie. Gustafsson, our old backup, I think he even started for us one season, is their backup goalie. So, on paper, we are the better team, but that might not matter. Let's see here. First 2 games at home in Ottawa. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We lose the first 2 games. President's Trophy winner versus the 18th best team in the NHL. And we're down 0-2 in the first round of the playoffs. Come on. We do win there in Buffalo, so we have some hope here. And we win the next game in OT, so we actually tied it up 2-2 heading home. And we can't win any games at home. So this could be it, guys. This team might just be cursed. Here we go. Up 2-0. Crosby, Norris, 3-1. Sherrod for them, Line for us. 5-1. That's a big win. Lining with another, and Pickering scores. So tied this series up 3-3. Unfortunately, we've won every game away so far, and Game 7's at home. But honestly, if we can't win at home, we don't deserve to win this. Here we go, Game 7, do or die. Come on, this team is too good for a first-round exit. We're up 1. Fantilli, they tied up with Ryan Graves. Here we go, guys. Third period, we need a miracle. We need a hero. 5-on-3. We had a power play regular, then a 5-on-3, a regular. We have a 5-on-3 again. Back to the power play. Line finally gets one. That was even strength. We had a power play there for a good, 5 minutes? And it was 2 times we had a 5-on-3. Couldn't get a goal. What is this team doing? Luckily, we hold on to the Game 7 win, 2-1. I don't know how did we not, though, convert on that power play. That's a bit concerning, especially 2 + 5s, tons of 90 overalls. I'll take the win, though. We're moving on. I honestly thought we were going to get first round exited there. And we have the Montreal Canadiens, the next best team in the NHL in the second round. So, didn't make it easy for us. Obviously, already checked out Montreal's lines early on, but just going to see here if they added anyone at the trade deadline or anything. And it does not look like it. These look to be the exact same, even Lassie Thompson on the second pair. So, Lassie Thompson was an AHL second pair defenseman for us. We kind of got to, really go at him. Even that third pair guy was a 70. Kane Primo is really not the best goalie ever, only an 85. Let's see what happens here for the first 2 games. OT loss and a win. Both 5-4, so close games. We'll take that. Next 2 games in Montreal. That's not good. 3-2 loss, 5-3 loss. So we're down in this series now, 3-1. We have to win the next 3 games straight here. We're going home. I don't get it. Even Montreal here, I think we're better than on paper. Down 1 early, Dvorak. Down 2, Dumais. Probably going to be all she wrote, unless we, I don't know. We need a miracle, though. They're out shooting us here, too. Somebody's got to have some urgency here. Let's go. This team, Patrick Laine, for a second I thought it was Montreal because it had the red square there. Patrick Laine's been nice for us in the playoffs. He wants a Stanley Cup. 5 minutes left. We only need 1 goal to tie this thing up. I thought it might have been us to get... wow, they get 2. Just going to break our hearts there. So... Montreal gets the 4-1 win and takes the series 4-1. I can't believe that. Definitely shaking up this team in the offseason. I think Crosby probably retires. Even if he doesn't, I'm willing to let him go. We got to keep the top 4 awesome defensemen. Maybe we can trade Wallinder for more value. Bring in Merkley, get that +3 on the bottom pair. I don't know. Maybe trade DiPietro. Let Alexei start some games. Gotta try something. And the draft results just came in, guys. Dallas picking first overall, Rangers second, and you might have saw there the New York Islanders win the Stanley Cup. So they must beat Montreal in the Eastern Conference Final. Laine had 15 points in 12 playoff games, so definitely want to bring him back. He did his part. He's up to a 92 now as well. See who didn't perform here in the playoffs. I guess everybody after Laine. He was the only one with a point per game. He also had 10 goals. He was averaging almost a goal a game. Cooley had 8, same with Stützle, Shabbat 6, Tkachuk 6. Need better from him on that first line. Crosby 6, Fantilli, Nemec, Drysdale. Batherson 4 is not really the greatest. Norris 2. Raquel had 1 point. His third line, yeah, we weren't going to bring him back anyways. Wallinder had 1. Goalie-wise, Saros actually had slightly better numbers, or at least better save percentage than the regular season. But, yeah, I don't know. Really no excuse for that one. So let's see here. The Islanders swept the Blue Jackets, beat the Hurricanes in 7. Beat the Canadiens in 6, and then swept the Blues. So a pretty cool run there. I actually totally forgot to check the AHL, and we got beat in the first round. Our team won the entire league and got beat in the first round by Utica. I'm pretty sure Utica's had our number before. That's just unreal. So Islanders there win the Stanley Cup. We win the President's Trophy back-to-back years, but nothing to show for it at all. Not even a Prince of Wales trophy. Individual here, Ehlers has an Art Ross. Sagan, though, got the Hart. Shabbat James Norris. He did get it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Finally have a James Norris Trophy winner. Ehlers there, Lady Bing. Gilbert on the Leafs had the Calder. Matthews, Conn Smythe. Lincoln's got the Vezina, along with the William Jennings Trophy. Schneider there on Flames got the Bill Masterton. Ducks coach Jack Adams. Lundell, Selke, back-to-back years. Sagan, Ted Lindsay, and then Matthews there. Another Mace Richard. His third in the last 4. Looking at the team awards here for the AHL. Tucson there won the Calder Cup. We won the league for the 3rd time in 4 years. We actually won our conference for the 4th time in 5 years. Our AHL team's been so dominant. Division 4 times in 5 years. Just that one time you could have got it from us. And you can see there, we haven't even made the AHL conference final the last 5 years. Just embarrassing. So that Avon guy, most points. He also got MVP. Pacioretty, most goals, no kidding. Rycroft, best rookie. Rink there, defenseman. Anderson, best goalie. Cote there, best MVP of the playoffs. Lucius got sportsmanship. He's got 1 award there. Barnett's community involvement. And then Alexei there had the lowest goals against. So, I don't know, guys. We are just so unlucky in these playoffs. It's absolutely insane to me. We'll get to the draft now. Again, we have a decent amount of picks. Is Crosby retiring? He's not. Okay, so that's interesting. Backstrom, though, retires with the Ducks. Stammer there, his whole career at the Lightning. Giroux on the Ducks as well. I guess that's like the retirement home. Pacioretty, Kessel, Panarin, Voracek there, Braden Shen, John Carlson, Jordan Eberle, Kuznetsov. I mean, you got a lot of players there. Roman Josi also stayed with Nashville. Chris Kreider retired, so I think that trade we made, I still can't believe we traded him and Bernard Docker for a first. Goalie-wise here, Marc-Andre Fleury finally retires at 43 years old. That's crazy. Fred Anderson as well after winning, AHL best goalie. Holtby, Markstrom, Grubauer. Actually, like a decent amount of goalies there too. So throughout the draft here, guys, I made sure to save my games. I don't want to risk it, crashing if I look at the wrong Russian prospect or something. Rangers, second overall pick there on the block. And it's going to be a medium elite, but first overall is a Russian medium franchise. Again, I'm not going to click more player info. I think that's kind of what screws it up. You got another one there, medium elite. Okay, so let's take a look here at the gems. Unknown, 71. Okay, I think we can get him with one of our second round picks. We have no idea about him, which is weird because I have 2 scouts in the queue, but at least, we know where a gem is. Now, Finnish goalie, guaranteed medium elite. They're just so easy to get, guys. That's why I was going to trade away that medium starter. You scout Europe a little bit, there's usually a European goalie. Mid to late draft pick, that'll be medium elite. And this guy here looks pretty good, guys. Guaranteed low top 6, ranking 236. That's going to be a steal. Also, Pedro Steckel here, American defenseman, guaranteed medium top 4. Hopefully we can get him in the second round. So next year, guys, we're trying to do right by Pittsburgh fans, sending Crosby back to that team to retire, probably play one more season. Malinston's just there for the roster spot, asking for a 5th round pick. Trades rejected. I mean, it kind of sucks. That's like their lowest value guy. We have to take him back. I mean, we should at least get a 7th round pick here. Crosby's got some value. Wow, they say no. Do not feel this is the right move for us. The Sidney Crosby does not fit our team needs. That's insane. Now, you know what? McKinnon's on Carolina, so maybe Crosby would want to go to Carolina, play with his buddy. We actually don't have to take a player back either, which is nice. I believe Crosby's oldest player on our team. Yeah, by far. Sid for a 5th. Trades rejected. I think they might have said the exact same thing, which is kind of weird because he's, still a good player. Okay, they do say yes for the 7th, so hopefully we did right by him. Gonna see if we can trade Raquel, maybe a couple others, just for signing rights. Oilers want Raquel, gonna try and get a 7th next year. They say yes. I figured I'd do that just because we actually have a good amount of late picks already for this year's draft. I didn't see too many late round steals. And now look at this, guys. Wallinder dropped in rating, but his value went up, so I don't really understand that because he played, full season for Detroit the year before. Didn't have a terrible plus minus or anything like that. So we can actually flip him now for more. And then we can have Pickering, who's actually up in rating. Ryan Merkley on the bottom pair, getting a +3. I also noticed too, Ridley Gregg up to an 83. Of course, as he about to want to get paid. So Wallinder really cost controlled, but Merkley also under contract. And we can get, say, oh wow, we could actually get a lot here from Edmonton maybe. 1st round pick? Oh, we're not that far off. Could probably get a 2nd and a 3rd for Wallinder. And again, we gave up, a 4th round pick for him? Alright, guys, so I'm taking back this Caden Boss dude from Arizona with the 2nd round pick, 46th overall. We'll see if they'll give that up for Wallinder. And they do. Okay, so we flipped a 4th round pick for a 2nd round pick, essentially, with Wallinder. Like I said, I'm going to try Merck on that bottom pair to get that +3. And next year, guys, I'm trying to get the Vegas Golden Knights 1st round pick, offering up DiPietro, who's solid goalie, 84 overall, only making 1.5. Zubov here has medium top 4 potential, but only a 61 at 21. We have a lot better defensive prospects, I think, as I was showing you guys at the beginning of the season. And 2, in regards to the goalies, I think definitely Alexei will be the backup this year. He's already 82, probably go up in rating during the summer. So a 1st round pick for that's a steal. They say no. Value's on our side. They want both things. Maybe we throw in, look at all the picks we have. It's got to be close. Maybe we throw in a 3rd, and that'll make it say yes. Value's too far off. I feel like if we do a 2nd, though, that's just not fair. So maybe a 3rd this year next. We'll get it done. And there we go. Okay, so pretty big package there. We now have a 1st round pick, which we didn't before, with 3 seconds, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus a lot of those guys we honestly just didn't need on the team anymore. So I just sent to pick 29. That's not good. A couple of medium top 6 defensemen were just taken. Chicago actually a decent pick. Same with the Ducks there. So 1st overall, Lyson, 81 medium franchise to the Stars, 80 medium elite there to the Rangers. Can't believe they wanted to trade that pick because lately the drafts have all been 70s. Tampa Bay actually gets a 77 medium elite there, so Predators messed up. Hopefully here we have somebody decent to grab. In terms of the ranking there, it's not looking great. I guess the next guy would be this German Albrecht, 35, guaranteed medium top 6. He's German, so we can look at him. Nicholas Backstrom there. HLETA 2 years. Probably has quick pick. I gotta really remember, I cannot look at Russian prospects. So, yeah, we'll take Albrecht here. And he's a 70 overall to the draft, medium top 6. That's a great pick, end of the first round. Our next pick here, guys, mid-second rounder. Ooh, this Miles Perry guy, guaranteed low elite, is next to go. Okay, let's take him. Let's not overthink it. He's next on our board. 64 low elite, that's pretty solid. We're not picking here at 54 in the second round. Guaranteed medium top 6 defenseman isn't really the best. There's this gem here who's going to go soon. I think we'll take a chance on him. Ives Rue. It's a strange name. 60 low top 4. End of the second round, it's okay. It could be better. Oh, third, fifth, Ryan Murray. We don't really need Murray, so a third and a fifth for a second. I'm going to decline. I'd rather just kind of keep this pick here. Take the next best guy. Could be Mestra there. Who's a chance to be low elite. Actually, it's probably Tierney here on the Sting. Good chance to be him top 6. Guaranteed low top 4 defense. We kind of just got that though. So yeah, I'll go Jace Tierney here from starting to Sting. And 61 overall, medium top 9. That pick could have been better, but obviously you never know what's going to happen. So our next pick here, guys, is actually beginning of the 4th round. I feel like we don't have to sort it by ranking. We'll just look at our pins. Honestly, I kind of want to make sure we get the medium elite goalie. Looking at it here, I don't think like any of our guys are about to go soon, so I'll probably just take the medium elite goalie, be safe in case anyone else has him high on their board. 55 overall, but he is medium elite, so we'll take it. Now in the 5th round here, I know there's that one guy who's going to go like 200 something, guaranteed low top 6, yeah, Eastwood. So we can wait on him. Holtby there, good chance to be a low top 4 defenseman, or these guys might be low elites. Faye there from Kitchener Rangers, maybe a medium top 4. Same with Mapachuk, Portland Winterhawks. They're pretty much equal ranking. I think I'm going to take one of them. We'll go with Mapachuk here on the Winterhawks. Medium 7th. It's supposed to be a medium top 4. That is tough. Now the other one's still here, Orlando Faye. I'm thinking we'll take him. And then we probably take East with our last pick, and that'll be it. Or we actually might have 2 more 7ths. He's also medium 7th. What the heck, scouts? So this is now our last pick in the draft. I'm not trusting these two, especially since the medium top 4s were so bad. Although Robinson Hughes plays for the Spits, I might have to go get him. So I'll take Eastwood first here. And 56 low top 9. Ducks actually have a couple 7th rounders. Maybe we take both those 7s, take both of our guys. Hope for the best. I mean, honestly, I would give up a 6th next year. For 2 7ths this year. We have 2 7ths anyway next year. They said yes. Okay, so take both of our guys. We'll go with the Spitfire first. Robinson Hughes. 51, low top 6. Honestly, for the end of the draft, that's not terrible. And then finally here, Vilkuta, Finnish player. He's 59, low top 9. Okay, so honestly, those 3 guys at the very end of the draft is pretty good value. And again, guys, you can see we're taking a ton of picks there. It's definitely helping us out having so many prospects, but just absolutely no playoff luck. Alright guys, we're not the re-sign phase here. Gotta be careful about the game crashing. We have $41 million in cap space, but as I mentioned, we have 4-star players here, all new contracts. Now, Simon Nemec does want to come back. Luckily for us, he's an RFA, so doesn't really have a choice. He wants 13.3. Well, that's not going to happen, so we'll qualify him for now. Drysdale and everyone else does want to come back. Shabbat here, kind of like a pseudo-captain. I feel like him and Kachuk, you know, Captain 1, Captain 2. He wants a lot of money from us, though. $12 million, gets up to 17. What does Brady Kachuk want? He wants 10 million. What does Drysdale want here? He wants 11. Wow. So, like, we really needed to win last year when we had so many guys on great value contracts. Fantilli up to an 88 now. Sanderson's actually dropped one. Josh Norris, I'd like to keep. He only wants 3 million as an 85. That's such a good contract. We only need him for 3 more years as well. We'll offer 2.75, and if he says no to that, we'll just work it up from there. Ridley Gregg, I'd like to keep. 2.5, all of a sudden he wants some money. I'm just going to qualify him for now. Shane Pinto up to an 82. He wants 1.85. It's tough to justify when you have like Lucius at 850k, Marco Casper coming up. I don't know if we can do that. James Schwartz here is now an 80, and he wants 2.5 million, so we'll be letting him go as well. In terms of goalies, so yeah, Saros will be the starter. Alexei backing him up. Patola there, AHL starter. Foot will be the AHL backup. We'll get him under contract. Rolson AHL starter, gonna let him go. So yeah, it's really this defense that's gonna give us some trouble. I mean, we can't lose them. So we'll qualify Drysdale. Shabbat here does want 3 years, so 85% or whatever the golden rule is. I know people say it. I don't think it always works. We'll try at 11 million for 3 years off the bat. We'll see what he says to that. And then Brady Kachuk here, we'll try. Does he get cheaper? He does actually get a bit cheaper. 3 years. We'll see if he'll take 10 million bucks. That would still give us, 20 million there for the other two defensemen. Norris there wants more money. Chabot wants more money. Kachuk actually came back, so doing captain things there. And we offered Norris 2.75. I'm sure he'll take like 2.9 there. We're definitely nickel and diming him, but we kind of need all the money we can get because these defensemen are really going to hurt us. So for Chabot here, we'll try 11.5 for the next 3 years. I'm thinking Nemec definitely just going to kind of leave qualified. Same with Drysdale until further into free agency. Norris does take the 2.9. Chabot wants more money still. Ozzy Weisblatt, 26.81, only wants 900K for the next 2 years. That's actually a good contract. Just qualified, made offers on a bunch of AHL guys. Chabot said no to 11.5. I guess $12 million is the offer. AHL guy. Chabot does say yes. So a bunch of AHL guys. Weisblatt said yes as well. Tons of guys qualified too, not just Drysdale and Nemec there. So we basically need all of that, 19 million to get Drysdale and Nemec, which means we cannot bring back Shane Pinto. Like, it's only an extra $1 million or whatever on, say, Lucius, but honestly, it's just something we can't afford right now during the summer. So we're going to say no to him. I think we'll be okay, though. We have so many good young players coming up. So forward-wise, like, our top 6 is solid. Third line will be, like, Norris, Gregg, Lucius. And then fourth line's actually going to have some new players on it, maybe even sign a guy. And then defensively here, we're more than okay. Might even trade defensemen, say, like Allen, for a forward. As I think, like I said, Merkley, Pickering will be the bottom pair. But yeah, not a lot of money to work with at all right now. And you guys can see here, we have so many unsigned prospects. Even right there, tons of qualifying offers on HL guys. It's always weird, like all of a sudden they want 1.2 million, which just isn't happening. Gregg, I think we can definitely get for $1 million by the fall. No team should make an offer. Then Nemec, Drysdale, we're going to play hardball on. Hopefully, like in a month, can get them both for a bit cheaper. Then the free agency period here, guys, we'll see who's available again, unless they're on a two-way deal. Pretty much can't afford them. Oh my gosh, Capaduca, 21.95, high franchise. I don't think this guy was high franchise out of the draft. I think he was medium. Wow, the shot's perfect, essentially. Like, it's 2 overall from being perfect. The hands are also perfect, essentially. Kind of lower awareness there. Good skater, really good physical. Oh my goodness, was drafted first overall by the Coyotes. What are you doing? Get that guy locked up. Matt Veneer's there, 25.90. He's actually a UFA. Cole Coughlin's a UFA. Quinn Hughes. Tons of great players there at UFA, which actually might help us. Hopefully, teams looking at other players other than Nemec and Drysdale. But, jeez, yeah, like, look at just how many good players there are here. This is why I think, too, it's better to do, like, the low quality for the draft, as otherwise, like, think if it was medium, there'd be even more, created superstars showing up later on in the years, but there's already, I think, more than enough. So, yeah, definitely do low there for both the draft class and prospect quality. Now, in terms of goalies here, I think we're set for both leagues. You have a starter and a backup. Spencer Knight, though, is a free agent now. That's why I was on the trade block. Is a scare up there also UFA. Wow. Jeremy Swayman, Samsonov. A lot of goalies who are currently young are actually, like, almost veterans here. Just kind of curious, though. Two-way, 25.71. That's actually not that great. And then we'll take a look at skaters here. 23.73 Picard. Don't really need that defenseman. Even Ortemeyer there is not that great. Malatesta, 25.77. Nybeck, 26.80. Could be like an AHL guy. Kalen Lynn, what the heck? 23.80. He's an RFA. I mean, I guess we might as well make an offer. I doubt we get him, but we'll offer him $1 million there for 2 years. Is Logan Stankoven also? No, he's a UFA, so he could actually... He's got really good hands on him. Maybe slot into our fourth line here. Try it again for 2 more years there at 900K. I feel with Nybeck, his passing stats and shot accuracy just aren't that great, even though he has 80 overall. Malatesta, though, could be a solid AHL player. And actually, guys, Nikkinen here, I let go because I thought he was going to be a free agent, but he's got really good defensive stats. He could maybe be a fourth liner for us. So I'm willing to take, 1 year. Kind of, maybe we'll need him on the fourth line, maybe we won't, but just kind of have that option's nice. And Maverick Lambert here on the Penguins, 24.79, high top 6. You can see there he's 6'7", so I gave him bouncer, total eclipse. Another RFA who's probably going to sign, but if not, let's try 3 years, so he's a UFA at $1 million. Penguins are almost for sure match that. But if they don't, we actually get a solid defensive prospect there for nothing. And look at this guy, Conroy, 23.79, medium top 6, 88D awareness. This guy is actually really good. I mentioned how our defense is stacked, but I can't, not sign this guy. He's too good. Now, I'm not sure if they'll go for this guy, so right now I'm trying to get Rudolph Balcers from the St. Louis Blues, along with a second and a third for Allen and Brophy. Now, Balcers only making $1 million, 82 overall. Could play in our bottom 6, I think. has actually played for Ottawa before. Allen's good enough to be in the NHL, but just none on our team doesn't really fit the chemistry. He had 50 assists last year in the AHL. He's too good to be there. I'm kind of being nice here. Plus, he should have some value after a solid season. They want him. Then Brophy here, 24.78 medium elite. He's looking like a bust. He's going to have, what, 3 years left to grow. I don't see him getting higher than like an 82, maybe an 83. I'd like to trade him now, but he's still got some value. They're probably going to say no to this, but maybe if we take off one of the picks, they'll say yes. Trade rejected. I kind of figured that. We'll try Balsers in a second here. It's actually pretty equal. Trade still rejected. Oh, man. I think Balsers is not really worth what we're asking there. We could probably just wait and get somebody like him for free in free agency. So we'll try the second and the third there for these two. Trade is still rejected. That's crazy. They're kind of thinking the same thing as us. Brophy might be a bust. They do go for the second and the fourth, though. So had to kind of make a move there. Just kind of seeing he's probably going to be a bust. Clear up a couple of roster spots. Also some just, ice time spots in the AHL for some of our younger players I was showing you before that need to grow. So, third and sixth here for low top. I'm definitely not trading Alexei for that. He's our backup goalie for next year. Vakanainen, we do not need a defenseman, so I can say no to that. And Stamkos there. Actually had to get a new NHL assistant coach. Ours became an associate coach, so he would not re-sign with us as an assistant. Lamoureux there. Appreciate your interest with the Penguins. That's fine. Malatesta joins AHL team. Same as Stan Coven, although they're showing them in the NHL, which is going to hurt our cap space. Kalen Lynn there decided to stay with Montreal, so he lost out on both RFAs. Nick in there thinks he's going to be a go-to man. I mean, he'll probably be a fourth liner. Xander Conroy, that was a solid defenseman there. That was a free agent. So pretty happy, actually, with the guys we were able to get. Again, I'm going to try to sim about a month or so. Hopefully, Drysdale and Nemec's ass comes down. I can't believe this, guys. Kenneth Hamill, he's a prospect of ours. I think he's the one with tape to tape. Offered 1.2 by the Coyotes. I think he can bury like 1.1, so we'll match it. But like, just so annoying. I guess I do that too, trying to get prospects from people. Briere medium top 4, Alexei medium league goalie for Stevens in a third. It's gotta be like one of the worst offers I've ever received. Mantha there. Oh, okay, but they actually want a lot back. Also too, I don't really think we need Mantha because he would just be again like a fourth liner for us. Marco Casper signed the qualifying offer. Andrew Peak there actually saw. Got up to an 85. I think that's the most I've ever seen him grow to. I did increase his defensive stats a bit before the start of this one, so it's cool to see guys like that a lot of times the EA rosters never turn into anything, actually become decent players here in this franchise. So we'll see here the ass on Drysdale on Nemec. That high franchise guy's still available. We don't have the cap space though to get him in, plus we need our defenseman back. So they've actually gone down their ass, but both only want 1 year. Nemec here as well dropped in rating from a 91 to an 89. That's not good to see. 2 years there, it's 9.7. Okay, we need them both for 3 more years. Wow, so I mean, we could just keep doing this song and dance. Let's try Nemec at 2 years. And let's try him at like 8.75. I think he says yes to that. It's pretty close. Drysdale unfortunately jumps up, $2 million there on 2 years. I guess I should have tried multiple years, but yeah, it just gets very expensive. So we'll try 8.5 here on Drysdale. This would make him a UFA though. I mean, I guess we just have to hope that we can, still sign him. See what those two guys say. So Drysdale rejected the offer. Feels he's worth more money. Maybe we can get him longer term if we wait longer. Nemec, I think, will say yes because it was pretty fair. Yes, he did. Okay, so there we go. That's good. Have to worry about him in the 10th and final season. And Drysdale, I think we play hardball on. I think we, wait till the end of the summer here to get him on a very good contract. It's kind of funny, guys. The Ducks are trying to trade Bernard Docker back to us, but again, our NHL defense, once we get Drysdale, is set for next year. So end of August now. I'm hoping, we can get him here. We actually still have $12.5 million in cap space. I didn't realize that. In terms of forward, Greg there still holding out. Raquel could bring back for 1.3. Trade his sign rights for a 7th. He's down to an 82 though. And again, I think our third line's fine. We're looking for like fourth liners. Kavasha here. What the heck? Oh, why did I click that? Why did I click that? I should have known he was a Russian. Now I got really lucky here, guys. It auto-saved after the St. Louis trade, so you can see we'd have the second and the fourth there from them. Also, too, I have the offers on all the guys that we initially made, offers on. So we still have to go and get Nemec there, but we know how much we can offer him. We also know we can wait on Drysdale. Definitely, that could have went a lot worse. Luckily, I've been constantly saving, and like I said, the auto-save was even more recent than my actual last save. So I just simmed back to August 1st, guys. Have to re-sign Nemec here as well as Drysdale. Nemec actually only wants $8 million now for 1 year. Maybe we sign him a bit earlier than this. I'm trying to be fair as possible. Or actually, no, yeah, because we did 8.7 for 2 years. What am I talking about? So, yeah, we'll do that. We'll keep it the same. Drysdale, we're going to wait on. Looks like about, the same players available. Again, gotta make sure I don't click on any Russians. Yet Nemec rejected this time. What the heck? And after rejecting, he's only asking for 7.6 for 1 year. This doesn't really make a lot of sense. Give him an extra 50K, 8.8. And there we go. He did say yes this time, so we got him back. Now we're in the same spot we were before. We just know, be careful, like, which players we click on. And so it's now August 26th, guys, which is actually my birthday. Drysdale's ask is down to 7 million. So 2 years, 10. 3 years, 12. We can definitely get him for 2 years here, I think. Offer him... We have 12 million, but why do it? I think he'll say yes to 2 years, 9 million. We'll have to, do this again with him and Nemec in the final season, but I guess a bit more of a buffer room opposed to, say, a 1 year deal. Especially, too, I think every day his ask going to come down a little bit. Let's see what he says. Rejects. Quite clear on contract ask. Okay. 6.6 for 1 year. See, we could do the 1 year. We'd have $6 million to go spend on somebody else. But as you can see, because we waited so long, there's no one else to spend that $6 million on. Goalie-wise, tons of like low 80s there. They just want a chance to play. They're asking for the cheapest contract. Kind of weird, Devin Levi, only an 80. I've seen him get up to like, 84, 85. So, yeah, Drysdale, we have to use this extra cap space we have right now. Get him locked up longer term. 10.05. Let's do 9.25 for the next 2 years. I feel like... let's do 9.5. Honestly, that should be fine. I don't see him saying no to that. I like the fact we'll have him locked up. And I think, we'll be good to go for next season. And there we go. Drysdale did say yes. And I don't know what happened, guys. After signing Drysdale, game randomly froze. You can see here, I'm clicking all kinds of buttons. Dashboard still works, but nothing else. That's annoying. Alright, guys. So, guys, back to the spot we were at before the game froze. Greg here's only asking for 1.5s and 83. We have some cap space, though, so I don't mind getting him for the rest of this. 83 overall there, wants 2.5. If he, say, takes, I don't know, $2 million there, I think that's a good deal. Now, Greg said no, but his ask for 2 years is just over 2, so I don't know. Let's just do the $2 million for 2 years. We'll have to re-sign him, Drysdale, Nemec, all in the final season, but that's okay. Hopefully by then we'll have won a Stanley Cup in one of these next 2 years. There we go. Greg's coming back. Next year, guys, I'm actually trying to trade Ryan Merkley to the Ducks for a 3rd round pick. As you guys are about to see, we no longer need Merkley. Somebody's going to fill in for him and do just fine. The Ducks 3rd, maybe slightly less value. Actually, about equal. They still said no. I wonder if we add a 7th rounder there, does that smooth it over? And it does. So 3rd round pick from Merkley isn't too bad at all. And next year, guys, I'm trying to get our 3rd round pick back from the Oilers. I was going to add a 7th, but I think actually the Ducks is worth more. They might have to, give us like a 5th round pick or something with that. There we go. Okay, so the reason I'm doing that is something I didn't think I was going to be doing. But we are in September now. The season's about to start, or I should say the preseason is. Right there, you guys see the offer sheet compensation. We'll look at 5.6 to 8.5. This year's 1st and 3rd. We've got 7.8 million in cap space, which I didn't expect us to have. Just kind of worked out that way with our trades. Getting Drysdale and Nemec a lot cheaper than I actually expected. So we're going to free agency here, guys. That 95 overall high franchise, Capaduca, is still available. He's like the only dude there, along with Lucas Reichel. He's on Arizona. They have $1 million in cap space. So I don't know what they're doing not getting your best player signed, but that is on them. We have some cap space here. We waited all summer. So 7.8 could definitely get him at 1 year. 2 years, maybe. I'm willing to try it, too. If he says no, we just try it at 1. And, like, this would be insane. This could literally be the guy that can win us a cup. I think we'll be screwed year 10, but we'll be good for now. And honestly, Saros we could even trade away if Alexei continues to grow. He could be the future starter. We'll see what he says here. Accepted the offer as of now. So Arizona's got to clear $8 million in cap space. They got a week to do it. Let's see if they can get it done. Chose not to match. I know everyone who likes the realistic franchise is going to be so pissed, but honestly, this game is crashing, so I'm just trying to have some fun with it. We get him for a 1st and a 3rd round pick. That is ridiculous. So, just to give you guys an idea of the trade value there we got for a 1st and a 3rd round pick. He's got the max trade value. 21 years old. He's already at 95 overall. Who did Arizona have that they couldn't keep this guy? Gunther's a 92. I mean, just dumb. Nazar, they finally got locked up. They should have let him go and get the 95 signed. At least, he's a quarter of the value. But, I mean, the Coyotes are going to Coyote, I guess. So, wow. I can't believe we just did that. Now, after that crazy signing, I'm going to show you guys the lines. But first, I got to show you something weird I saw, which is why we actually had so much cap space. Drysdale and Nemec did not sign the contracts that they were supposed to. I don't know what happened. Nemec was supposed to be 2 years, 8.7. Drysdale was supposed to be 2 years, 9.5. They said yes, but they actually signed for what looks like their qualifying offer. So helps us this year. I mean, it got us a 95. We can't be upset, but we do have to, pay them more money next year. So kind of screw this for next year. But like I said, we got a 95. Definitely cannot complain. This year's team is ridiculous. I said last year's team was the best ever. I mean, look at this one. Kachuk, Cooley, Capoduca, +5. Capoduca's playing like a 100 overall player. Line Fantilli, Stutzla got a +5 on the second. Lucius, Norris, Batherson, Casper, Nikkinen, Greg. I actually wanted Casper third line because he's got awesome offensive stats. I showed you guys before. 91 for all the hands. Really good shot, especially the accuracy. He's fast, but unfortunately there we get a -1, or we'll get a -1 on the fourth line. Defensively here, Shabbat, Nemec, Drysdale, Sanderson, Naslin now an 81, was playing the AHL for us, and Pickering now an 83. All get a +3. Like, that defense is nasty. Could have Drysdale top pair. We'll actually get a +5 on the second, but I think I'd rather +3 on all three. Goaltending, Saros down to 86, but Alexei up to an 84. Definitely, I think we have to trade Saros after this season to try and, bring back Drysdale and Nemec again. Overall, though, like, this team is ridiculous. AHL-wise, not as good as it's been in the past, but still pretty solid. Stankoven there's an 80. Lich there's 74 with a Schneip. Hamilton got tape to tape. Weisblatt's 81. The Sierra guy, 79. We got second round. It's actually looking really good. 20 years old. Awesome stats already. Bomb 6 isn't too bad. Defensively, we got an 80 Byers. You got a lot of 70s there, actually. And goaltending, Potola there's an 81. So, like, the AHL team should still be, I think, pretty decent. And next year, guys, will take a look at the ratings. Again, still trying to wrap my head around what happened with the contracts. When I'm back editing, maybe I'll notice something. But, like, they said yes to the 2-year bridge deals we offered them. And then, instead, like, the contract that showed up is a qualifying offer. It makes no sense. So, to start next year, guys, our ratings, 100 offense this time opposed to defense, but we still have 96 defense, which is really solid. I'm surprised it's not higher, as I think our defense is better, personally, as well we have 86 goaltending there. So, yeah, team's looking very, very good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry about it, glitching the one time, freezing the other time. Obviously, it's completely out of my hands. Hopefully that's fixed by the time I record the next episode. But like I said, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed it, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit some button down below. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.